from Milton Keynes for the final time today. It is an update from Q School 2025. Day 3 out of 4 is done and dusted. And we're going to get straight to the action here in Milton Keynes because this is what Q School is all about. The final. Adam Paxton versus Tavis Duday. Both men in their 20s. And this, a bullseye finish of 1-2-6 for Tavis Duday. And look at the reaction. That is to win the game 6-4. This was a tight final. And a high-quality one as well, both averaging mid-90s. They were breaking each other. It looked like Paxton was on top. Tavis Duday has somehow managed to hold him off. And you can see he is in shock at what he has achieved. And once the shock subsides, then come the tears. Proper emotion. You can see how much this means to players like Tavis to win through Q School and get on the professional circuit. His girlfriend coming in to look after him. There's a whole army of people who come in and run out, look after him. His mate turns up. His former England captain in the WDF, Scott Mitchell, will turn up in a moment. Darts mad from a young kid. Won his first development tour just 3 months ago or so. But Tavis Duday has found a way to get himself on the tour. There's Scott Mitchell. Let's hear from Tavis himself. Tavis, congratulations. Describe your feelings right now.
Unbelievable. Honestly, I can't believe it. I really can't.
You've just got yourself on the PDC Tour for the first time with bullseye 126 finish in a final that was hotly contested, where you'd somehow managed to bust 130 early on in it as well. I mean, just what's going through your head as that game's going on? Because you didn't give much away until it was done.
I was just thinking, if I broke throw, just try and hold. And if I don't, then break again and just go from there. And just keep plodding, keep going, and just don't let the emotions or anything kind of get to me, you know. And yeah, and just to hit that bullseye to the 126 was unbelievable.
Tell us about you. You're from Brighton, right?
Yeah.
20 years old, won your first dev tour back in October, but where's darts fit into your life? When did you get into it? Are you darts mad? Are you competing with other things in your life?
I've been playing darts since I was 7, 8, just in Brighton, like local league. I remember starting on a Tuesday and just having to ask the pubs if I was allowed in so I could play, you know, and I knew as soon as I took it up properly and wanted it, then I knew this was, you know, this was my target, and yeah, to achieve it is unbelievable.
Do you feel like things have started to happen for you in this last year or so? Obviously getting more success on the youth system, and now you're playing with the big boys for the next couple of years.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, starting Dev Tour was like, you know, just take it step by step. I made my first semi-final, I think it was 2 years ago, and then it was like, you can build on that now. And then made another semi-final, then made a final. And I thought, you know, I can push for this, and then won my first one. And I thought, you know, yeah, here we go. You know, yeah, I can really sort of kick on now, and yeah, it's unbelievable.
Who are the players? Obviously, you're into darts from a young age. Who are the players that you were watching on TV? Who are your sort of idols in the sport?
I mean, everyone would say, you know, Phil Taylor, the stuff that he's done from the game. I've known Luke for a long time.
Which Luke?
Littler. I've known him for a long time, you know, and seeing what he's done for the game as well is unbelievable. And yeah, I think I've just kind of thought, you know, you can do that. So yeah.
Did you come here this week thinking this is a real possibility? Come the end of this month, I can be on these boards playing against Humphreys, Littler, Anderson, Price, Van Gerwen, whoever?
I knew I had the game to get through. It was just doing it. You know, first day wasn't great. You know, I must admit, yesterday was a little bit better. Mrs. came up and saw me and stayed with me today, and I think that's definitely been a massive turning point in having her there watching me, and you know, righting a few wrongs here and there, and yeah, I think it's unbelievable.
Well, we've seen your reaction there. It's quite clear how much this means to you. You talked about trying to just keep a lid on the emotions. How hard is that on what is a really long process, this Q School, to come here day after day, keep trying, and not let that get on top of you until you get the job done, which you've just done, Tavis?
It's difficult. Even in the semi-final against Greg Ritchie, I thought it was like quarters, last 16, and I looked over and there was only one other game going on, and I thought, is this the semis? I was like, don't overthink it. Just get the win, and we'll go from there. And yeah, I won that, and I thought, okay, this is the final now. I can have a good shot at this, and yeah.
I'm glad you knew it was the final. Congratulations on winning. We'll see you on the tour.
Thank you. Cheers.
Good stuff. That's what Q School is all about. Congratulations to Tavis Duday. Let's show you how he went to get his tour card. Start the day without a single point to his name. This is Dart Connect, and this is his route. Kevin Lane beaten in the opening round pretty easily. Saw off Eddie Lovely, that's the senior Lovely, and then beat his son Thomas a couple of rounds later. In between, Dylan Dowling, that might be the one where he's kind of got away with it, went last leg, didn't play particularly well, found a way through it. Bradley Brooks, beaten before a final for the first time in the final stage of Q School this year, although Bradley does sort of maintain his record of only losing to the tour card winner each day so far. Greg Ritchie, that's the game he mentioned there, and then Adam Paxton, you can see how close it was. 95.2, plays 95.1 in the averages. It could have gone either way, but that 1-2-6 finish on the bullseye to win it and seal his spot on the tour. An incredible moment in Tavis Duday's young career. Let's show you the order of merit, because it's so important for Tavis to win it outright, because even if he'd lost in the final, he'd have 5 points, and as you can see, 5 points is not going to be enough come the end of tomorrow. That is when the cut-off will be, the final day of Q School. Bradley Brooks, we know, he's 109 legs, he's got a plus 52 leg difference. He's getting his card. That was confirmed earlier today. Greg Ritchie and Adam Paxton the beaten finalist today, I think 8 points is going to be enough. It's not mathematically certain, but things could change very, very quickly tomorrow once the draw is done, and then as we start moving through the rounds and people get knocked out. Daryl Pilgrim's good run and Brandon Weaning's good run today both put them in good positions. Aidan Kirk, who we've heard from today, is also in a good position. But then you've got that little cluster of players on 5 points. Some are in the spots, some out of the spots. It's the top 9 that'll get tour cards. But as we have already seen today, you can come from absolutely nowhere and win your tour card outright. And even somebody way, way down that list, somebody like Christian Perez, the Filipino, Fallon Sherritt maybe, who's got a couple of points, that might come in very handy, because if Fallon were to, say, reach a semi or a final on the final day, then that might be enough. And she might well know it before the final is actually played. We shall see. There is one more day to go, but of course we have got the parallel Q School over in Germany as well. It has been a similarly dramatic day, and one where we were guaranteed once again a brand new tour card holder once we got to the final. To fill you in on that, in fact, on day one, of course, Victor Tingström, the Swede, he confidently said that more Swedes would join him on the tour. And in the final, we saw one of them, Oskar Lukasiak, taking on Denny Alderkauter. So was Victor Tingström correct in saying another Swede would join him? No, he wasn't. Here's Jacques Neulaert.
Day 3 at the Q School here in Kalkar in Germany, and we have a Dutch new tour card holder. Denny Alderkauter is his name. Denny, what a day. Must be great feeling.
Ridiculous. I played two ridiculous bad days, and today finally I played against. I knew I had to play the first game against Jeffrey de Zwaan. I knew I had to play very, very well against such a good player, and from that point, yeah, I won the game, and from that point it just clicked. And
It's a strange thing, because going into today, both you and Oskar Lukasiak, who you played in the final, both on 0 points.
yeah.
It can change in a day, can it?
No, yeah, I said yesterday, I said I want to go home. I played so bad, I thought, yeah, it's not going to work this way. And a couple of friends said, but you know, you have more challenge tours, and you played very bad. And yeah, and the third day is, yeah, it can always go better. And yeah, today was that same thing.
All right, congratulations, Denny.
Thank you very
You
much.
now have a tour card.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, Denny Alderkauter.
Two very happy Dutchmen there. Let's show you how Danny went and got his tour card today. As Jacques was saying, two players in the final who hadn't picked up a point coming into day 3 of the tournament. So a massive, massive victory for Denny Olderkouter. But look at the players he's taken out there. Jeffrey de Zvon with that 99 average. Darius Labanauskas, the Lithuanian #1. Andreas Harrison, who we keep telling you is an unbelievable player, but he is still fighting to get himself on the PDC Tour for the first time. Core Decker, who is head and shoulders above everybody in physical stature, but also in terms of points on the Q School Order of Merit, and then taking out Oscar Lukasiak in that final. As you can see, pretty consistent level of play from Olderkouter all the way through today. We'll get rid of that because now we will show you the standings for the EU Q School Order of Merit. Lukasiak obviously picking up 5 points. That shoots him right up that table. He's only in 10th spot, and it is the top 12 over in the EU who will get tour cards. Core Decker, he's guaranteed. Sedlarczyk, Karnik on 6 points each. Then there's that whole bunch of players on 5, loads on 4, loads on 3. And because they're all concertinaed together, you know, it's only 2 points from Karol Sedlarczyk in second to Angelo Balsamo, who's Dutch, believe it or not, down in 17th. Then it could all change, and it could all change so very quickly on the final day. Do join us tomorrow because there is just 1 day left. Q School 2025 so far has been about new faces, brand new tour card holders. We are going to see some drama on the final day. There is 1 decisive day left. We will keep you updated all the way through, but so far it is 6 brand new shiny tour card holders from Q School 2025. We are going to dish out another 23 cards in total tomorrow.